Hey guys, this is Math Made Easy, recording my first ever YouTube video on my new YouTube channel. Basically, the entire idea is for me to help you guys through trigonometry and all of the harder, more difficult math classes of high school. And our first video is just going to be on the pi unit circle. But before we get started, please like this video below, hit that thumbs up button, and comment below video ideas of what you guys want me to record and upload to this channel. Difficult things you guys have found, and I will find easy ways to remember that stuff. But we're just starting off here with how to remember the pi unit circle. Like I said, all you need to do, you'll be shocked. The pi unit circle looks absolutely crazy. You'll be shocked though. All you have to remember is pi over 2 equals 90 degrees. Right here, I put it up here. Pi over 2 is that first 90 degrees. If you guys don't remember, going counterclockwise is a positive degree angle, and then going clockwise is a negative degree. Probably shouldn't draw it there. Going clockwise is a negative degree angle. So if we have an angle, let's say down here, you would draw that up to the x-axis, and it would be negative 60 degrees, let's say. But anyways, that's besides the point. That's just kind of clarifying what counterclockwise, clockwise angles. Just a basic review for that. But all you guys need to remember in order to memorize the pi unit circle is pi over 2 equals 90 degrees. So that's what we put there. If you guys think about it, this will be 0. Let's just put a 0 here. So right here is 0 degrees. Right across this x-axis, if you were to draw an angle right on the x-axis, it would be 0 degrees. So that's what this is right here, this 0. And as soon as we move up 90 degrees equals pi over 2. And if you guys think about it, 180 degrees would be 2 pi's over 2's, if that makes any sense. So basically what you're saying is this is going to be at 180 degrees, it is going to be 2 pi over 2, which simplifies down to pi. 180 degrees is exactly pi. So let's just get the 270 degrees now. So if you think about it, pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, which ends up being pi, and then 3 pi over 2, which does not simplify, is what your 270th degree angle is. So 3 pi over 2, there we go. Not too good at drawing with this software yet, but we'll get better. But there we go. So we have all 4 major degree angles here, and if you want to go further, 360 degrees is 4 pi over 2, which ends up being 2 pi right there. There we go. So there's our 4 major angles: 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and 360 degrees right there. The next step is we have 3 little branches that go out here, just like so. Let's just draw this in a little bit smaller of an ink so we don't take up too much room and it doesn't get too messy. So there's one right there, normally one right in the middle, and then another one right here. And if you guys aren't familiar with this, the one in the middle is the 45 degree one. The one up top is the 60 degree one angle, and then the one on the bottom here is the 30 degree angle. So what you guys are doing is you're dividing pi over 2 by 2 to find out what this middle length here, what this middle angle is right here. This is the easiest way to do it. Get this middle angle first, which is going to be a 45 degree angle, but we're in terms of pi in radians. This is going to be pi over 2 divided by 2, which ends up being pi over 4. So let's draw that in there. Boom, right there. So there's that first one. And then let's just go ahead and draw the next few angles on this side here. Boom and boom. I apologize if this is a little bit messy. Hopefully it's not too bad. And let's just go ahead and finish off drawing out these angles so we don't have to do it later. There we go. And we got one more side to do here. one down the middle, 60 degree. Well, okay, technically that's not 60 degrees, but 30 degree right there. That's not 30 degrees either, but so we got that middle one figured out. And now, if you think about it, okay, so this length right here up to the pi over 4 right here is equal, since it is half of this 90 degrees, 45 degrees, since that is half of this 90 degrees, this from the middle angle to the top is just another pi over 4. So you can just continue to count it like that. So you have 1 pi over 4 right here, 2 pi's over 4 right here, 3 pi's over 4 right here, 4 pi's over 4 right here, 5 pi's over 4 right there, 6 pi's over 4 right there, 7 pi's out of 4 right there, and 8 pi's out of 4 right there, which on these major angles, like I said earlier, 90, 180, 270, 360, those will simplify down to your 2 pi, 3 pi over 2, pi, and pi over 2. But we're only interested in these angles right here, right there, the ones right in the middle of these 90-degree pockets, you could say. So let's just go ahead and write in what this is. So we said this is pi over 4, this is 2 pi over 4, this is 3 pi over 4, so let's go ahead and write that in. 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, which simplifies to pi, 5 pi over 4, which does not simplify, so we'll just write this one in, 5 pi over 4, there's that one, 6 pi over 4, which simplifies to 3 pi over 2, which we already have, 7 pi over 4 right here. This is just the easiest way for me to remember it, how I memorized it. All you need to remember is this key thing right here, pi over 2. Let's write that in big ink over here. Pi over 2 is the big key. We'll star it. Boom. That was a terrible star. Let's undo that and make that a little bit prettier. There we go, and then let's make that just a little longer there, and then a little longer there, and a little longer there. And there we go. So this is the main concept right there. That's what you need to know. So let's just continue with this. So we got those middle ones down now, but now we need, let's just go for let's go for the one closest to the major angle. So let's go there, the 30-degree angle, and the 100-degree angle, the 190-degree angle, and then the 280-degree angle right there. So if you think about this, this one is also pretty simple. What you're going to do is take this major key right here, pi over 2, and divide that by 3. So all you do is divide pi over 2 by 3 now, and that'll end up being pi over 6. So now we have that angle. So this, again, you can just do the same thing here. Pi over 6, okay, so that's right there, pi over 6. That is going to be equal to this right there, and that right there, and that right there. So that is going to be awesome for us right there, and we can just count it off. It's going to be 30 degrees each. So what's going to happen here, let's undo that, is we can count it off pretty simple. So this is going to be pi over 6 right there. This is going to be pi, wait a minute, 2 pi over 6 is what I was trying to say. So that'll simplify down to pi over 3 right there. That'll be this top angle right there. That'll be that. So that was 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, which simplifies down to pi over 2, which we already have. So that was 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, which will simplify down to 2 pi over 3. So let's write that in. 2 pi over 3. Oop, that was bad 3, I apologize. 2 pi over 3. So we got pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, 6 pi over 6, which will end up being right there, which simplifies down to the pi. Let's go ahead and figure out what this one is going to be. So let's count that off one more time. Pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, right here. 2 pi over 6 is right there. 3 pi over 6 is right there. 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6 is going to be this one right here. 5 pi over 6. There. And this one will be 6 pi over 6, which we said earlier was just simplified down to pi. 7 pi over 6 right here. 7 pi over 6. 8 pi over 6 right here. 8 pi over 6 right there. 9 pi over 6, which simplifies down 3 pi over 2. 10 pi over 6, which simplifies down to 5 pi over 3. 5 pi over 3. 11 pi over 6 does not simplify. So that would be, let me make sure I got this right here. So pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, 6 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, 8 pi over 6. I guess we could simplify this one. I forgot to simplify this one. So this one would actually simplify. 8 pi over 6 would simplify down to 4 pi over 3. So let's go ahead and write this out again. 4 pi over 3. 4 pi over 3. Boom. 4 pi over 3, which was 8 pi over 6. 9 pi over 6. 10 pi over 6, 11 pi over 6. There it is, 11 pi over 6. And there we have our unit circle, just like that. By only remembering pi over 2, right there, this big key idea right here, you can fill out the entire unit circle. I apologize since it is pretty messy. It is not drawn to scale whatsoever. Each little quadrant is separated into 3 parts, 3 lines going out, and there's your unit circle right there. If you guys remember, pi over 2 equals 90 degrees. Let's just go ahead and write that out now as well. So pi over 2 equals 90 degrees. There we go. Handwriting is terrible, but I hope you guys forgive me. There it is. So the unit circle is right there. Leave a like below if you guys thought this was an easy way to remember it. Comment below other ideas you want me to go over. Subscribe to see those future ideas that you might be experiencing during class. And with that, guys, I'll see you guys later.